Come on, man. Listen, and if she's attached to it, you know it's going to be quality. You know it's going to be well produced. You know there's going to be an intricate storyline, some plot that's going to leave you on the edge of your seats. I only say this because she is tried and true throughout her career, as I've been able to witness this, Heather B. I witnessed this over the years.
Yes.
I've been in spaces she didn't even know I was in the corner, in the cut, looking at her. There go Meagan. There go Meagan. And to see what she's done with her life at such a tender young age, you gotta give applause to this. I'm just looking at some of the work. I'm looking at some of the work from Eve's Bayou. Give that a round of applause. Come on. Get that a round of applause. There you go. All right. Roll bounce.
Yes.
Deliver us from evil.
Yes.
Eva. Think like a man.
Yes.
Deception. Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. Saw 5, The Unborn, One Missed Call. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Divorce in the Black. Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black that had the internet on fire.
Going crazy. And let's not forget my absolute favorite of all times so far. I haven't seen this one yet.
Harlem?
Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Harlem?
That took the world and just shook it up and down, and all these beautiful black women just came pouring down out the sky. Harlem. Shout out to our girl Shanika Shande, who was a guest here. I stalked her Instagram and was like, "No, you coming to the show." Period.
And she was a little nervous when she came up here because
came with her mom.
She came with her mom because Heather stalked her so much. She didn't know she was in a safe place. And I saved the best. Well, I won't say the best for me at least. Is when she and I co-starred.
Oh, gosh. She was your co-star because you were the star.
Well, I insisted that she be a part of the movie.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Number one in the box office, we talking about Stomp the Yard. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Regal. Meagan Good is here with us today.
Meagan Good. MG.
Hey, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing?
MGZ.
Oh, I didn't know that. MGZ.
Yeah, Meg G.
I like it.
Is that like your hood name? Like,
well, I'm from Santa Clarita, so
okay.
no, but yes.
No, but yes.
Hey, Meagan, when you hear these accolades, I know you know them better than me, but when you hear them, I've been able to watch work I did years ago. From an outside perspective now. I could look at my younger me and look at that guy. We were just talking about this the other day and go, wow, that dude was really focused. That guy really did well in this situation. Do you look at your work like that at all?
Sometimes, because I think, like as we get older, we realize just how young we were.
Yeah.
And so to be able to accomplish so much at such a young age, and like you said, to just be so focused and in it and present and living and experience and learning, I think that's the part of it for me. It's less about the accolades. It's more about the navigating the terrain and the space and the journey, growing up in this industry and being from where I'm from and staying true to myself and pulling no punches and being unapologetic, all those things. I'm like, how did you do that? Because you were still figuring out who you are, and figuring out who you're not, And so in that sense, sometimes I'm like, good for you, Meagan. Good for you, But in terms of seeing myself as an actress, that was a little bit harder because I started so young, know. I mean, when you talk about Eve's Bayou, that was 30 years ago. And, yeah. Wow. And so I've never known anything else. So it's just my life, But I mean, obviously I have the emotional intelligence to have perspective, but even still, it's what I've always experienced. So.
Just been a part of your life. Have you... I've said earlier that Meagan Good we watch you work. You're like a Omar Epps or somebody that just, a Nia Long. Some certain actors are always in our lexicon throughout the eras, throughout the years. You transcend.
And doing good work.
And doing great work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But so was there ever, I don't know an actor who didn't have a downside where things were.
Downtime?
When there was a drought, where work wasn't coming in.
By the grace of God, I think in over 30 years, I think there's only been 1 year where I haven't worked. And
wow, what?
And that is strictly
that deserves
that's
a round
stunt right there.
God.
In Jesus' name.
Thank you, God.
Yeah. I can't even, And then obviously I may have worked that year, but then there's seasons in between where, it's like I've never had any other job. So just finding those jobs or those hosting gigs or whatever it is to keep afloat, and seasons of, you have one big movie in theaters, but you got nothing in your bank account, and
You had that happen?
oh, many, many times.
Meagan Good, there was a point since you've been working you didn't have money in your bank account.
For sure. For sure, yeah.
Wow.
Because, you still got to learn how to manage your money, who not to let manage your money, how to make everything stay as long as it's supposed to stay, how to save, all those things. And so, again, being a child actor, there's a lot that you have to learn on the fly, and then you have to make sure you're being led well, and that people are actually telling you the truth. That's why you have so many disgruntled child actors when they grow up, because people, took their money or took advantage of them or led them the wrong way, or agents or managers, were more focused on having them work instead of setting them up for the rest of their lives. So, by the grace of God, my mom is incredible, and even where she was learning or made mistakes, she was like, okay, so I missed this, but I'm not going to miss this time. I'm going to set you up for this that time. And she just, she's a kid too. Yeah. Raising a bunch of kids. So
that's an interesting point. She was a kid too, raising a bunch of kids.
Right. Yeah.
And when we get older, we start realizing that about our parents, right?
Give them some grace.
Give them some grace.
Yeah, because when you get there, when you get to a certain age, you're like, wait a second, I'm such and such. By the time my mom was this age, she had 3 kids. Like, how did they do this?
I'd be looking sometimes, too, like just like with my sister or whoever or my good friends. I'm like, they let you take that baby home? And they're not even as young as our parents were when they had kids, So
it was no car seats back then, nothing. They just took the babies home. Crazy work. Crazy.
Meagan Good is with us, 888-742-3345. You celebrated a birthday?
Yeah.
Recently? How did you celebrate it?
I went to Colombia.
Okay, shit.
Nice.
Right, damn. Man,
so, yeah.
That's different from going to dinner. My gosh, you went to Colombia?
Yeah, because, I was just like, well, for one, I've been married for almost 6 months now. And
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, she said that like it's been a marathon right there. I've been
before, this has actually been the most amazing time, you know, but our siblings hadn't met yet.
Okay.
And so, of course, I'm like, our moms are like best friends. They're going to Jamaica together. Jonathan and my dad are super duper close.
That's good.
My brother-in-law, Eric, it's a whole bromance with them. But my sister and my brother-in-law, my sisters, they hadn't met his sister and his brother yet. And so since we're all married, we're like, let's just go to Colombia and have a little family trip. And so we did, and we went to Cartagena, and it was dope. It just was really, really awesome, yeah.
When you travel, do y'all have security? It's Jonathan Majors and you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you first. Like, do y'all have security, or how do y'all do that?
No, we just be incognito. That's it. Just keep your head down
and keep it moving.
On, and then if you lock eyes with somebody, of course, always because it's scary for people too when they meet you, and so I always want to leave someone with a positive experience and make them feel seen and heard, and that's important because they remember that for the rest of their life. You ever met someone that you were like, oh, I love them, and they just weren't nice?
Yeah.
It just disappointed your whole little soul.
Yeah. I've had that happen. Salute to Jonathan. Send my love to that brother. I love the way I watch y'all love on each other.
Thank you.
I was like, I can't go on the social media without seeing them, love on each other, Heather. And
that's a good thing.
I think it's a beautiful thing. They work out together the whole nine, right? And that's the thing I like. How would you advise working out as a couple to people for?
Absolutely.
Why so?
Well, for us, like, we launched Honor Culture a few months ago, and it was really healing for us to work out together. And there's things that you can do, as much therapy as you want to do, as much talking, as much getting with your sibling, your parent, whoever, best friend. But there's something that comes from working it out of your body that gets lifted off of you. And I always describe it as like, it's like we don't necessarily need anointing oil, but the Lord knows that our brain has to connect to the experience of baptism or whatever it is. There's certain things that we have to actually physically do in order for our mind, our spirit, and our soul to connect to it. And so I'm not comparing it to that, but I would say, like, in that realm of just letting something out of your body that you have to physically do in order for it to physically come out of you. That's what that brought. And then all of us, I mean, it was like a group of 20 of us from, Monique Brown. Jim Brown is my godfather, and he had just passed away. And so Monique started coming, and his 2 youngest children, Eris and Morgan, and then Ricky Bell and Amy Bell, and they were in the process of getting pregnant. They're so amazing. Amy been my best friend for 28 years.
Really?
Period. Yes, yes. That's
I love that.
bestie Lala. And then, my sister and Eric was going on tour, and everybody was just kind of going through their own seasons and experiences. And it was so healing for all of us. Like, there were so many times we would work out and afterwards just sit there and actually cry because something came off.
Yeah.
And so working out together has been monumental, and then for me it's like, I'm 44, like I'm trying to finish strong, and I want my body to take me everywhere God wants me to go, and we're ready to start a family, all those things. So it's like you gotta take care of yourself, and the physical aspect is not just physical, it's actually mental health, emotional health, all the things.
Spiritual health, yeah.
I learned so much from you, Meagan. You're 44. I met you when you was in your 20s, and it's just to hear you.
I was like 19.
19.
Actually,
like I know,
wow.
I didn't want to say that, but it was like, that sounds weird nowadays. But to hear your evolution is just it's to watch it. It's for me. It's very gratifying. It makes me beyond industry and all of that, all those things. It makes me happy, and to hear you say you want to start a family, and you've been married before. I didn't hear you say it then, or even prior to that. Why now? What happened?
A lot of things. One, I really love doing life with Jonathan, and that's not in comparison to anything else. He's just my best friend, and we just have so much fun together, and we just love to experience life in the same way. And so I don't want to just be like a mom that stays at home with the kid, or even that goes and does her career. I want to be a family that travels together and learns together and grows together and experiences things together, and walking through wherever with our kids strapped to our fronts and our back, and then I also think, I'm older now. I'm in a different place in life. I'm a lot more settled, and part of that is just personal growth, and then a big part of that is Jonathan. And I'm just so, content's not even the word, and so it feels, I think for a long time, it was that feeling of like, what am I giving up to become a parent right now? And now I just don't feel like I'm giving anything up. I feel like it just adds to my life and adds to our life. And so it's something I'm really, really excited about. I'm really excited to do with him.
Damn, I'm going to be an uncle.
It's true.
It's true. I'm going to be an uncle. Is it due now, or are we expecting, or y'all still working?
We're working.
I saw that video clip, y'all was in the gym or something. I thought maybe you were expecting, but I didn't see it. But you're working.
No, yeah, that was...
You all in a bedroom and business and ill.
Yes.
Shit, you don't gotta be nice to him, Meagan, because you knew him since he was 19. Mind your business,
I'm
right?
a big brother. Jonathan's my guy, but I ain't talked to him since he's been a husband.
Yeah.
I will say this though, and I won't linger on it, because we're here to talk about a movie.
Yeah.
But congratulations on how you stood by that man through those times. I know you've heard this before, but it takes a special, strong person to be able to navigate through that, to show that kind of support and love openly, unapologetically. I know you sacrificed a lot in doing so, but what you demonstrated to a lot of people, and I'm sure you got a lot of fanfare from this, is by standing by your partner through thick and thin. What happens behind closed doors might be, you might be whooping his ass. Man, why you got me going through this?
Yo, you really... Yeah, get it all in. Meagan ain't coming back. She's like, fuck this nigga. I ain't going to try to get
my sister.
Nosy.
But that's just real shit. Like, like behind closed, I love how you rep that, man.
Yeah.
How you repped each other in public through those times.
Yeah.
And it demonstrated to a lot of our audience a different side of love.
Yeah.
Right? That social media doesn't always favor, or headlines, narratives don't always favor. And for me, I thought this was awesome, and I wanted to say, as I expressed to you then, congratulations. I'm proud of you and your resilience, and you're a true ride or die.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
This is true.
That's what it
Thank
is.
you.
Right?
And what I will say, too, is behind closed doors, I was going through my own things as well that weren't on display for everybody to see. And he held me down and loved me through in a way that I didn't know, in a way that I would love to be loved, but had never experienced that kind of just unconditional, just ride or die on the flip side. And, we always think it's supposed to be the women, but it's got to be the men too. And so even though everybody else didn't see that, that's what I was experiencing. Yeah. And, and I needed that, So for me to do that for him, it's not nothing, but in comparison, we were there for each other.
You were there for each other.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Give that guy a hug for me. Strong couple, boy. Strong, muscular couple they are, man.
Get it all in now, Sway. She ain't coming back.
That ain't a whole lot. Let's talk about this new movie, man. Yeah. Give it up. Meagan Good is here. 888-742-3345. I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
Woo, boy. Boy, this is about obsession.
Yes, it is.
Speak to it. Your character puts herself in a scenario, and lives are at stake. I don't want to give up too much. Go for it.
Yeah, I don't want to give up too much either. Okay. But it comes out this Saturday at 8/7 Central, and this was such a fun character for me because it's like we all think that we've seen this movie or this story before, but when I read this, I was like, oh, this is hitting different. Okay, this is gonna be fun. And so just the experience of her navigating the choices that she made. And then also, understanding that, in marriage, people go through all kinds of different things, but her feeling, neglected and her feeling unseen and her really trying to reconnect with her husband. And it's like we are emotional creatures. So are y'all. But,
y'all way more emotional? Is that what you're saying?
No, not way more.
No, we just get put on blast more. And honestly, and we're okay with what can sound crazy because it's just our truth. I feel like men tend to be more logical, and let me not speak for the men, but y'all tend to be more logical. I feel like we can acknowledge this may not be logical, but this is how I feel, and that's not going to change unless we walk through or we talk through or I'm able to communicate it. And so,
Sway's so mad right now. Get him, Meg. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
MGZ.
Listen, that's me.
But you said, this is illogical, but so what? This is how I feel, and that's where the conflict, because we're logical thinkers, right?
Well, also I think men sometimes, and I can't say all men, but it's like it becomes about fixing it for us instead of listening to how we feel. Sometimes all we need is for you to listen, and sometimes we do need some type of meeting of halfway or even fixing, but that conversation is meant to be had with us, not y'all go decide how to fix it for us. Okay. But anyway, I'm just
but I'm that guy, so I can relate to it. All right, go for it.
And so I just liked that her journey, it wasn't cliche, it was so thought through. The writer Alex just really took the time to kind of unfold how she got to this space, which doesn't negate the choice that she made, and ultimately she played herself. But you'll see how it pans out and what actually happens. But it was such a great experience working with Antonio, working with Thomas, working with Hannah. Like, it's just a great group of people and just a really fun movie to shoot. So.
You play you're kind of a MILF in this movie, right?
Evidently, I guess.
Well,
I'll take it.
Okay. I mean, you have a kid in the movie, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Who's off to college. Yeah.
Who's off to college.
Yeah.
So that makes you MILFish.
I'll take it.
MILFish.
I mean, clearly, that's how it pans out. So
is that a bad term, John? Is that a bad term?
No, it's still
good.
It's still positive term.
Okay.
It's American Pie Lifetime, but it still works.
It still works.
Absolutely.
But nobody's gonna believe it. Like, I mean, how was that for you? Like playing a.
Thank you. But have you seen these mamas nowadays? I mean,
It's
most of them is holding it together better than the babies is that's in their 20s. So
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
It's different.
Let's be honest.
It's different.
It's different. All All you can do is take care of yourself. But how do I feel playing a college mom?
Yeah.
Good, because it's so interesting. I don't have any kids yet, but I feel like a mother to many. Like I have a lot of young girls that I call not a lot of young girls, but I have some special young girls that I call my sister daughters. That I absolutely adore, that I have that dynamic with. And then again, like looking at Monique Brown, it's like she's was like a sister mom to me. You know what I mean? And like so yeah, I don't mind the dynamic, because I feel like there's something wonderful about being able to communicate with your kids or your nieces or whatever, or nephews, where you still remember what it's like to experience a lot of things that they're experiencing. Like you're not so far removed from it emotional. And it doesn't have to be an age thing. It could just be holding on to your childlike joy and like awareness of that part of yourself. And so that's something I plan to do, even no matter what age I am when my kids get to college. So.
Meagan Good, man. Are you reading? What are you reading right now? Reading anything?
The Bible.
The Bible? Okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah, I read. It's interesting because I rarely finish anything, but I read a lot of things. Yeah.
I'm just like looking at Meagan. You when you say you're settled now, I get that.
You see it.
I see it, man.
Because you've seen all versions.
I've seen all versions. I'm about to get formal with you right now, but I love it. I love it because you're very forthcoming. Like you're very transparent. Yeah. And when a person is like that, we cannot help but to learn, right? Yeah. And so it's fun learning something new about a person you've known for a long time. You'll learn from me eventually. One day when we get off the mic, we'll sit down. You get to learn me a little more. Meagan Good is here. 888-742-3345. Davis on the line from Connecticut.
What up, Davis?
Talk to us. Davis, you there?
I had to take it off speakerphone. Speakerphone. Hello, how are you?
Hey,
what up,
good.
Man?
Hi, Davis.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
how are you? I'm so impressed with your work ethic. I'm absolutely floored with just by everything.
Oh my goodness! Thank you. That's
what's up, man? You got a question, Davis? That's interesting.
I do. I was wondering about what you think about child acting, the ethics of it, the morality of it.
I think it depends. I think that everybody has a different experience. I think that in some cases it can be a dangerous space if you don't have parents that don't necessarily want to be actors and have their own and want to allow you to pursue something you're passionate about at whatever capacity you want to, not the capacity they want you to. I think it's important to have mentors. I think it's important to without judging anyone, to not be so focused on being a celebrity or whatever it is, but being more grounded in how you can use it, the platform, or being able to just do the art or creatively expressing yourself or any of those things. And so I think it depends on a lot of things, nature and nurture. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't advise it, but I feel like you just have to have a really strong support system and people who love you unconditionally, no matter what twists and turns your career takes, or whether you continue to pursue it or whether you become the biggest star in the world. You just have to have people who really love you and want to see you fulfilled in a way that's not just about being a celebrity or being famous, but more about, whatever it is for you.
David, that was a great question, by the way, man. You make me proud, bro. You're a super citizen, all right?
I swing in the morning.
Okay. Hey, HB, I'm sorry. I feel like I hogged the interview so far, man.
Listen.
It's not an interview with Meg.
No, it's not an interview.
It's a catch-up.
And I think, it's just so much has been learned. And, I'm happy for your peace.
Thank you.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm happy for your piece. I mentioned Harlem earlier though, and this will be my only question. I know you can't say much, but I'm hoping, as a huge fan of it, will there sort of maybe possibly be a movie? You know how they did with Sex and the City,
right?
And after the series went off, they came with a movie, right?
I think everybody deserves that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I needed. Thank you.
But I think like if we started a petition or something like that, because they need to know if the fans want to see it. You know, and I think it is owed to the fans.
It's owed to the fans. Shout out to Tracy Oliver and Brittany DeVon. Brittany's one of the writers.
Britt Matt, yes,
amazing. Tasha Smith, that last episode. Oh my gosh, the directing. Y'all just really. I've had so many of my friends and family members, women of color, I think, like just watching Harlem, wasn't familiar with it at first, and then got into it and just loved every single aspect of it. The way it was shot, seeing Jasmine Guy, you know, come out, just everything, girl. It was just beautiful. The shapes, the sizes, the colors. And so, yeah, I'm down to start the petition. Like, I just think y'all did an amazing job. Everything
Harlem the
about
movie?
Harlem the movie.
Harlem the movie.
Yes.
Harlem the movie.
Your character got pregnant, right?
Her did. Her did.
And got back with her mans.
That's right. It's just life imitating art or art imitating life.
Well, it's interesting because there's definitely a part of that and where, you know, Camille initially did not want to have kids.
Right.
That's right.
And I loved, like, you know, me and Tam would talk about that a lot, you know, because oftentimes when someone says they don't want to have kids, people go, well, what's wrong with her?
Yep.
Like, what kind of abuse or what kind of or trauma? And I'm like, not everybody has had trauma or abuse around that. Some people, that's just not what they want.
Right.
And I loved that she got to explore that. And then when she ended up being the one pregnant the next year, it allowed me to ask myself some questions about, you know, why have I waited this long? And not that it's a super long time, but longer than some. And what was actually going on inside of me and what fears that I potentially have or, you know, or if there isn't any fear or any trauma around it, just what is the space I'm in and why? And so in unpacking that for Camille and realizing, yeah, there was fear of like, am I going to be a good mom? You know, or am I going to, things that you're not allowed to say out loud. Am I going to do this and then feel like I don't really want to do this and then I can't get out and now I'm stuck and committed because I got to raise this baby.
For a lifetime.
You know, and then also I know I'm going to do an excellent job. I'm going to give all of myself to it. And so before I give all of myself to something, is that what I want to step into? You know, and so those kind of questions, and I can honestly say a lot of it stems from being a child actor where, you know, it's like you initially until you're old enough to speak for yourself and to say, here's what I want, here's what I don't want. Your parents are doing a lot of that for you. And so you feel, at least I felt like up until I was about 19, like I didn't have full autonomy over what I wanted to do and how I wanted. I had autonomy over being an actress because I wanted to be an actress and I was there because I wanted to be, but still there was a part of me that was afraid to speak up if I didn't like this, you know, if I didn't like my hair, if I didn't like my makeup, or I think the character just doesn't really make sense, or like it's not, you know, for her journey. And I didn't learn to speak up into those things until I was like 20, early 30s. And so I think that a part of me wanting to just live the life that I want to live without any responsibility except for the one that I choose was really important to me for a long time. And I knew that having a kid would change that completely. And so, Harlem allowed me to explore that. Yeah. And then by the time I came out of it, I also realized I was in a place of life transitioning in such a big way that it changed me in such a big way and made me aware that I was even stronger than I knew I was. And so, I grew up a lot with Camille, even though I started Camille at 39, 38, you know, but in a lot of ways I grew up with her. So art imitating or life imitating art. Yeah.
So you had this process that you went through and asking yourself the big questions, but you know, it takes two to tango when it comes to a kid. Did Jonathan and you did he have to have that conversation with himself, you know, and did y'all have to talk about it?
No, Jonathan is a straight up Texas boy, like just.
Oh, they breed, huh?
First of all, we are not even that. No. I mean, he is. It doesn't have to be that complex.
Okay.
He's an excellent father. We already have a daughter, you know, and you know Ella is 12, and it's like he already is a fantastic father and knew that he wanted more kids. And when we first started like talking like that, it was like, I mean, one of the first things I asked him, I was like, do you want kids? And do you want to get married? And this is that. He was like, I absolutely do. Do you? I mean, we had a very real adult conversation about, are we going in the same direction and do we want the same things? And so even though I already knew by the time we had that conversation, I was able to unpack a lot of it and explore a lot of it. But he's always been on board and ready and excited about it. And so I've always been excited about it, but I think I'm just now ready.
Get ready.
Yeah.
I love this. Meagan Good is here, man. I got another call. I know you got to cut out, but I'm going to go ahead and take this call. All right. Jay is on the line from Charlotte.
What
Jay,
up,
what
Jay?
up, Jay?
What up, Jay?
Jay, what's
What
poppin'?
up, family? What up, family?
Hey.
Meagan, I got to call. I wanted to call and give you your flowers and all the things you're doing. I'm so happy for you. And I've been rocking out with you. I've seen you since what Sway forgot to mention, Boys in the Hood at the ice cream truck. A lot of people didn't recognize you back then, but I wanted to point that out.
Right. That's because it was Friday, bro.
That's it, Friday. I'm sorry, Friday.
That's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
I hate that ice
still,
cream
but
man.
It's still classic. We receive it.
Dig it.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
All right. And that's all I wanted to give. I wanted to give you all that love. And today's my 20-year wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Do you know
what today is?
Right.
It's my anniversary.
Let's go, Jay.
Yes.
Hey, Jay, you got Meagan Good
Sway.
telling you happy anniversary, bro. Yes.
Thank you, honey. Hey, it's Sway. Don't forget, if you're going to sing, every word's a note.
Oh, okay. All right. That's my man Jay. Meagan, I'll be singing sometimes on the show, and I sang for Cynthia. Who did I sing for? Melba Moore.
Okay. He's going all the people that complimented him first. You sang for Melba Moore. You sang for Cynthia Erivo.
Melanie Fiona.
That didn't go well.
That did. Melanie said I sound great.
That
She said I sound
Right.
It did.
It did.
No, it didn't.
Okay. Hey, Jay, you a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning.
Thank you, man. All right,
Love
peace
you,
out.
Jay.
Oh,
Love you, Jay,
Happy
man.
anniversary.
Happy
to you.
anniversary, Jay.
All right. Are you guys working? Y'all have plans to do movies together, you and Jonathan?
Yeah.
Something's in the work?
We're very specific on what we want to do, or what we're going to do. But yeah, it's got to be the right thing and the thing, you know.
Okay, that could be big.
Yeah.
That could be big. Listen, Meagan, I'm extremely happy for you. And everything I feel when I watch you is, you gave me confirmation today, and I'm happy that you're happy.
I am.
All right. And I've like I said, Heather and I are in a very unique position. We've been, Heather came on Real World in the early 90s.
In 92.
92. I started working on radio in 90, 91. But prior to that, we both were artists. And so to be able to sit and be sitting in these different eras, and everybody ain't transcending. Right? And everybody ain't in front of it. And you stay in your own, you're an enigma. You got your own lane. We all love you, and we all expect to see you. You know what I mean? There's some people you expect to see. If I don't see you after a certain amount of time, I'm going to wonder, where's Meagan Good? You know what I mean? So to accomplish that, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely. Give it up for Meagan Good. Y'all, this Saturday, August 16th,
Let's
Lifetime.
watch it. Sway, I know you're going to be watching. It's
8
your
p.m.
favorite channel. Yes.
I'm flying back from Tennessee to make sure I don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
All right. I'll never let you go, Meagan. It's always great to see you. Please come back. Heather said you're not coming back.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay. Bring Jonathan, too, man. I haven't seen him.
Shall.
Okay. Tell him I send my love to him.
I will.
All
And
right.
we working on Harlem the movie.
Period, y'all. Come on.
Let's go.
Let's get it popping. All right. Thank you, Meagan. Shade 4 or 5, Sway in the morning. We coming right back.